Hi guys, it's Matt. Welcome to the video. I am a compulsive gambler in recovery and I am your mind and movement mentor here to help you. So I haven't done a video for a while. I was actually in Las Vegas last week. No gambling to report, as part of a milestone birthday celebration for myself. But back with another video today. And I wanted to do a video today on the fact that I recently had a panic attack, full-on panic attack. I thought I was going to die. And I couldn't feel any sensations in my left arm. It was about 3 a.m. in the morning. So my other half, Layla, wasn't particularly happy. But it was really surreal and really strange. And I know that this is mainly an addiction recovery channel, but I feel like there's a real dovetail into whether it's anxiety and addiction, whether it's the nervous system not being calm and correctly regulated and addiction. I've done a video on that in the past. And it was strange at the time and very scary. And the whole time it kind of felt like there was a lane of me open that was like, this is just a panic attack. It's going to pass. You're not actually going to die. This too shall pass, or whatever the saying is. But there was other part of me that it was incredibly real. My heart rate was going through the roof, bearing in mind that I was just completely sat on the bed still. So complete numbness down the left side of my body, which I was kind of thinking, is this a stroke? Will I ever have kind of faculties in my left arm again? All the things that I like doing with my arms and that, weightlifting and whatnot, the thought of those going madness. To finish the story, Layla, my other half, eventually called 111 because I asked her to do so. The lady went through kind of a questionnaire with me. And it was a little bit like when they say, don't Google your symptoms because you're only kind of 3 clicks away from death. It was almost more scary with what she was kind of asking, because I think she was kind of fishing for something, you know, maybe more sinister, maybe more permanent. And I was just thinking, oh my God, well, yes, actually, I can't do this. Or, yes, actually. Well, but eventually kind of went back to bed. Doctor phoned about 5 a.m. And I almost had forgotten about it by then, I must say. I almost didn't want to take the call, in the sense that I was just trying to catch up from the sleep that I missed in the night. But it just kind of got me thinking about how overactive my brain and my mind can be. Didn't necessarily seem to be any real rhyme or reason for it. And I'm hoping it's not something that kind of becomes a regular thing. I don't think it will be. I feel like it can almost be a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you kind of worry about it happening again can kind of fuel the panic in end of itself. But it's made me kind of think more about doing the right kind of things to stay in a relaxed state for more often than not. I've started doing yoga nidra before bed, which is probably the most static form of yoga that there is. We essentially lie kind of horizontally. Lady leads you through like a kind of guided meditation where you kind of don't actually touch, but you kind of think of different parts of the body, like palm of your hand, back of your hand, each of your fingers. And it is quite relaxing. I don't really have, touch wood, I've never really had a problem with sleeping, generally anyway. But just the whole of the kind of the panic attack incident kind of heightened me to sort of where my brain can take me, and the dangers of, if your brain is not on your team. There are, of course, obviously certain things like that that are a little bit outside of your control. Maybe there's something kind of bubbling under the surface which you do have control over, but it kind of festers or it compounds, or you do nothing about it till it kind of explodes. And then something like an episode like that is a manifestation of that. But there are things that you can do kind of on the day-to-day to be more mentally clear and relaxed. Talk about this one till I'm kind of blue in the face. Minimizing high processed carbohydrate foods. In particular, we have the ultra processed foods these days, keeping those to a real kind of minimal level. I know people say you shouldn't demonize foods, but I really think we're in a state of the world where you should now, and it's really only kind of treat occasions for those things, or really kind of got to pick your battles carefully. Exercise, which is a great kind of component to get rid of any kind of extra energy that you feel that you've kind of got. You know, it can kind of calm the mind a little bit by almost exhausting the body and letting those two kind of catch up with each other in the kind of the mind-body connection. So I kind of wanted to share that. I'm not kind of sure how helpful that will be. And I do often try to link a lot of things back to the way my brain works. I'm not a psychologist. I'm diagnosed ADHD, which has taken me down a bit of a deep dive rabbit hole of everything to do with kind of the human brain, my human brain, in kind of the way that it works. So it was almost a little bit scary, because it almost kind of felt like I suppose I'd failed that mission a little bit, or that was, you know, something is clearly not right, when on one hand I feel like I'm doing a lot proactively right to try and keep myself in a calm state. Because when I was gambling, I would always be kind of frenetic, and I'm convinced a lot of the gambling, the compulsive gambling behaviour, as much as it kind of got hardwired in very much into kind of an addictive problem with me, was kind of born out of the racing thoughts that I get, the kind of the diminished mental bandwidth, a lot of the mental chatter, which is classic ADHD, which is why there is such a link between ADHD and addiction. Did another video on that relatively recently as well. So that's it for today. I wanted to share this. If you can relate to any of these experiences, please do comment below, and maybe share this video with someone that you would want to, hey, here's the dog, come and see me. Share this video with someone who you know might need it. I make these videos to help kind of a younger version of me, and information that I would have found very helpful back many moons ago. And yeah, it's always nice for it to be shared, because you never know who needs this information, and it helps support the channel. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.